back to my channel. Today is episode 1 of this brand new series we're starting, where I will do blind testings and blind reviews of some of the products that I hope you guys are interested about. These are the products that have been selected by my team to be very similar in functions but largely differing in prices or brands. Of course, I'm not gonna know what products they are exactly, so I'm just gonna be blind testing them out and really just pitting them against each other according to how well they fare for me, the quality, the texture, the feel, and how well it lasted on my skin, so on and so forth. So I will be doing regular check-ins, and only at the end of the video would they tell me how much this product costs and what brand it's from, and that's when I'll give you guys my final verdict of whether or not it's worth it. Let me know in the comments box down below if you have any other categories that you want me to be testing out. Of course, I plan to do this like for skincare, makeup, hair care, anything. Maybe even food, I don't know, but let me know in the comments box down below what categories you want to see and we shall film it for you. Alright, let's get started.
Guess where are we? We are here to kind of just ransack her room and look for some foundation for her to try out, and we're gonna be putting them in these small containers. So we're just gonna go and look for them right now. Shah is starting at this cupboard. So right now I'm just gonna look for some foundations that are long wearing. Yeah, how about the Etude Double Lasting?
It Cosmetics.
Should we? Okay, let's try that. So we're gonna be choosing 3 different ones of different price range. One drugstore, one mid-range, and I think one high-end?
Yeah, one high-end.
Hey, this is like a good drugstore one. Shall we use this?
Maybelline Fit Me.
For the
For
drugstore?
drugstore. Should we do face shop and lasting?
Yeah, I think we should. Let's go look for the face shop. So the face shop is actually one of Mong's favorite, and I'm trying to find it. Oh my god, I found it! I'm trying to take it out! We found it! She's shitting!
I came here to turn on the aircon for you guys, okay? How nice am I?
Hi!
Bye. Oh, I take your phone.
Gonna look for more high-end foundation. Let's do this.
I decided to use this Mandarin for the high-end. For the mid-range one, we decided with the face shop one. And the drugstore, we decided to go with the Maybelline Fit Me.
I think all these 3 are quite comparable in terms of how they wear throughout the day. They are all like quite long lasting.
Today I'm trying out foundation A, which my girls have lovingly labeled AF, which means foundation. I'm testing out all the long wearing foundations. But first impressions, it's very watery, so it's very easy to spread. I already know what this is, I think. My guess, it's Maybelline Fit Me. It has kind of dried down a little bit to be a little bit more matte, but I think when it comes to coverage, redness, easy to use, easy to spread, it's okay. Same thing, I'm gonna use the same concealer, same powder throughout the entire test of the 3 foundations, and I'll check back in 1 hour, 5 hours, and in 8 hours. Okay, right now 11:52. It's been 1 hour and I've got all of the other makeup products on right now and it looks really nice. I did set it with powder and I'm gonna use the same powder throughout all 3 days, which is my favorite Decote loose powder. Sides of the nose, not really caking up. Pores, not super visible. I am not extremely matte, which is what I like because I've got dry skin. Check back in a few hours. Update, you can start to see that I am definitely shiny, but I have not touched up a single time. And even though I'm shiny, I don't look overly oily. So this kind of shine is something that I just use a tissue, blot off, and then powder, and I'm gonna be good to go. You can see it's starting to rub off around here. The good thing about it is you can still see my blush, and I'm not flaking up, which is great. Overall, I really like it. Not much oxidation as well because I still look really bright and fresh. Of course, with a little bit of oiliness, but I think this would last you a good 6 hours before your first touch up, and then you can go on for the rest of the day. Today I'm trying foundation B. So this is my skin now. I do have tinted sunscreen, so yeah, it's very light, like almost watery. I already know what this is. This is the By Terry foundation. I don't know if I'm correct, but my girls are laughing at the back. I'm right? I'm right! I remember liking this a lot because it's really good for dry skin. And it's super lightweight, it's like, it feels just like a serum. So I'm just gonna use my fingers. Hello, I thought this episode is long wearing foundation.
Yeah, then your guess is wrong.
I'm wrong ah?
Correct.
Then?
Correct.
Stop. Ooh, it's actually really nice and polished. I think the coverage is like light medium, but you can definitely build it up. I think this is great. It's not drying on the skin. You don't feel like there's anything. It's super lightweight. It's like second skin. Compared to foundation A, I think this one is definitely more suitable for drier skin types. And people who don't really have a lot of blemishes or textures or redness on the skin, this one just gives you that very nice pore blurring effect. So I'm gonna put on concealer and set my face and come back. It's actually holding up really fine. If you guys can see my lipstick, my blush, everything is still intact. I have not powdered it. It has a nice shine at 2 hours, so it's definitely not a mattifying or oily skin foundation, but it is pretty long lasting. So if you have dry skin, I think this is potentially quite good. So it's about 8 hours, 7? Okay, I guess 7 hours. I am really greasy, so I think for this particular foundation, 7 hours is the max. I do really need to touch it up, but even though I'm greasy, I don't see it rubbing off, which is great. And on my mask, there's not that much foundation on, so yeah, I would say it's pretty long lasting, but 6 hours to 7 hours is max for someone who's dry skin, and if you're oily skin, I would say probably not this one. Morning! Today, finally testing out the last foundation. You guys see it's foundation C. Today I've got a wedding, so I'm really hoping that this does not screw up and really lasts all day, because if it doesn't, I'm screwed. Very easy to spread. It's very thin, it's very lightweight, and applying it with fingers is okay. But let me just try it with a brush. So it definitely has a scent, like a little bit of a perfume smell. So if you're not a fan of scents, I would say maybe not go for this one. But it's very light lah, so you don't really smell it. Well, I can't actually make out which foundation this is, you know. I think this is more of a medium coverage foundation. It's definitely not full because I have tried layering it and it's still not really giving me the coverage that a full foundation would. So it's more of a natural finish. So it dries a little bit glowy. It's definitely not a matte foundation. I would say it's a tiny bit sticky, so you definitely need to set it with powder. Probably better for people with dry skin. I really like it that it is a little bit of a pore blurring effect, but it highlights like my under eye bags quite a lot. So I would say if you have textured skin, probably not for you, but it feels very lightweight. If you're looking for a everyday foundation that is medium coverage, I think this is great. And perhaps for normal to dry skin. Okay, this is the final makeup. I gotta say it's a little bit dewy, so I don't know how it's gonna hold up. Can you see, guys? I'm perspiring and my textures are all showing up, so I haven't even left the house. Doing foundation update. I would say it's getting a little bit cakey around here, but I haven't touched it up yet, so it's quite long lasting, but yeah. Final check-in. It's been 8 hours. I would say it's pretty long lasting. I didn't touch up a single bit, but it's definitely starting to get really greasy. About 6 hours, you will definitely need a touch up, and definitely for dry skin people. Alright, so I'm back after trying out these 3 foundations. To be honest, I have like a little bit of an inkling, a bit of a hunch about what these 3 foundations are, but you guys will probably know whether or not I got them right or I guessed them correctly. But anyway, everything is very impartial. I really just wanted to put them together and put them through the test of time and be able to do random check-ins, regular check-ins for you guys so you can see it for yourself. First thing first, I just wanted to let you guys know that I have dry skin. I usually get really flaky around the sides of my nose. What I usually notice is that matte foundations or long-lasting foundations usually tend to cake throughout the day for me, and then at the end of the day it gets really greasy and oily because my skin tends to overcompensate the oil because of how dry it was throughout the day. So that is the usual skin type that I have and how foundation wears on me. So you guys can take that in mind while you're making your own decisions about which foundation is suitable for you. So let's start with foundation A. My guess is the Maybelline Fit Me. I'm not too sure, but what I liked about it is that it was relatively long lasting. It also had a matte finish at the very beginning. Even though it was matte, it didn't leave me cakey throughout the day. But at the end of the day, I got really oily. As you can see, my face was like an oil slick, so I would need to touch up around the 6-hour mark. To be fair, it's not too bad already, and I really like that there was no oxidation. It was also super lightweight to apply. So whereas for a foundation B, I felt that even though the hours of wear is a lot shorter, I feel that you can push it to maybe 5 to 7 hours if you have dry skin. Of course, if you have oily skin, I would advise you to stay far away from this because it's definitely on the more hydrating side. One thing I really like about it is out of the three, this had the best and most lightweight consistency. It was almost like water on your skin, and even after 5 to 7 hours, there was not much rubbing off of the mask, especially at the side of the nose. It actually remained intact, which was quite amazing. For this foundation, I would recommend it for people with dry skin, or if you're out for a short day, or if you're constantly in an air-conditioned room, like something that is a lot more dry, that you need your skin to stay more hydrated. I would highly recommend this foundation. Foundation C. So this one had a little bit of scent, which I personally don't mind, but you know, if you mind scents, then I would say stay away from this. This one dried to a semi-matte kind of finish. It was matte, but then it had a little bit of shine. It has medium coverage, and you definitely need to set it with powder. I would highly recommend this for normal to dry skin rather than oily skin people. One thing though, it did cake throughout the day, which was very unfortunate because I loved how it looked like at the end of the day, and this was the longest lasting one for me. I felt that even though I said 6 hours, but at 8 hours, it was still really nice, and out of the three foundations, it looked the best at the 8-hour mark, and I feel that I would have been able to push it to even 10 hours. This foundation, I would recommend it to people with normal to dry skin. If you are having a super long day and you need minimal touch-ups, then this foundation is the one for you. So I'm gonna insert a summary of all three foundations over here. So if you guys were to ask me which one is my favorite, it's really very difficult to choose, but I'm thinking between foundation B or C. So foundation B would be on days where my days are shorter, and foundation C would be for days where I go like super long without touch-ups. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and let me know which category of skincare or makeup I should be trying next, and talk to me in the comments also, because I'm super excited to find out what you guys think about this new segment that I'm doing. Let me know in the comments box down below, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye!